Welcome back to New York.
Thank you.
I know from seeing you on Twitter that you just flew in a couple days ago, right?
Yesterday, actually.
Did you have time to reflect on the plane? Because you were here before, like everything that's transpired since you left here.
I mean, I've been back a few times since I moved from New York, but every time I come back, it's like a reflection, like seriously, because I don't know, New York is so small, but so big. So like, there's just memories everywhere, you know what I mean? Like there's so many times that you've seen the same place with so many different people, so many different situations, you know? So every time I'm driving around, I'm just, even like yesterday when I was with Sarah, I was like, right here, I used to catch the bus every day and da-da-da.
Right.
It's like, cool like that.
How about like when you think about how far you've come business-wise when you first...
Yeah, that's pretty much it, because like in New York, my life was like a super struggle, so.
It was what?
It wasn't a super struggle, but like it definitely wasn't what it is now, so it's just interesting like being here and being like I literally like got arrested one time for jumping the train turntables because I literally did not have $2.75.
Which train station?
At Union Station, which if I was really from New York, I would know never to jump the train station at Union Station. But like, it looked like a good idea because they was like behind, I saw the police officers go behind like this little door. But luckily, they have like cameras there. I didn't know that. And
so,
so,
they're hidden. I did not know that about Union Square. But yeah, if you were from here, you would know the places you can and can't jump, for sure.
No, but they didn't take me though. They didn't take me to jail, so I was happy.
So it was a minor arrest.
Yeah.
Arrest light.
Yeah. They like did it and kind of scared me and took me back there, and then they're like, all right, we're not gonna do it. That's literally what happened.
Okay. Oh, that's a huge change.
Yeah.
So I want to get into your background a little bit since we're looking back. You're born in Arkansas, of all places.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
It's so funny. Everybody, like every time I tell someone that I'm from Arkansas, they're like, you're the only person that I've ever heard say that they're from Arkansas. Which weirdly, I got in an Uber the other day, and she was from like the town that my grandma lives in, which literally has like a 300 population. 300.
Small, tiny.
That's so crazy to me every single time I think about it. But she was from there, and I'm like, what? How are you my Uber driver right now? It's weird, but yeah. So Arkansas is cool. That's home.
So now, at what age did you move to Texas?
I moved to Texas when I was 12.
Oh, okay. So you spent some time in Arkansas, and do you still carry that like small town girl in you, or that you just were not meant to be?
No, I really don't, because I lived in Little Rock. I'm from Little Rock, so I never lived in that 300 population town. My mom's from there, so that's where my grandma lives and stuff. But Little Rock is like the capital. It's still not a city though, but moving to Texas definitely like changed my life, just because like I know for a fact if I would have stayed in Little Rock, I would be more like my family, more like my cousins, who are very kind of small town.
Okay. So now, which city in Texas did you move to?
So I moved to Dallas.
All right.
Garland, Texas, where I went to like middle school and high school.
What was growing up in Dallas like?
I had so much fun. Dallas was like a cool place to live, actually. Like I had really good friends, like friends that I'm still super, super close with. It's just a cool place because it's like, Texas is like cheap. I don't like to say that word because it kind of sounds bad, but like Texas is affordable. It's like easy, you know? So like the lifestyle there, yeah, exactly. It's very fun and everyone is kind of on the same level, and like, you know, all my friends got cars when we were 16. Like even if it wasn't like a nice brand new car, but it was like you had a car, and like we had a lot of fun. We would just like go out all the time. We were cheerleaders. We were at all the games, you know, like I feel like it was a really good, like growing up, like we always reflect on like, oh my gosh, like we had so much fun as kids. Like,
are you still into football?
No, but when I was in high school, it literally was my life. Like I like cried. I remember crying on the field one night when we lost.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I guess it's really a Texas thing. But when I went to college, I can only root for a team that's good. I went to Texas Southern University in Houston.
And did you
graduate? Did I graduate?
Did you root for the football team?
No, that's what I'm saying. I can only go for a team that's good.
Okay.
So they weren't really that good.
Did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you care who didn't care? Okay, so you're done with football.
Yeah.
All right. So then you made the move to New York City. So you're having a good time in Dallas. Life is good. What made you decide to?
So actually, I went to college first in Houston. So after Dallas, I spent 3 years in Houston by myself. So Houston life was interesting. It was like more of like a getting to know life type situation, you know, because when I moved out there to go to college, I started on a dorm. 2 weeks into the dorm situation, I got kicked out for smoking weed.
Oops.
So then I had to get an apartment, like a real apartment. I had to like pay rent every month and get a job and stuff. So things got very serious very quick. My mom like still supported me, like she still helped me pay my rent, but like even just knowing that you have to go pay your rent, like it's just a different kind of situation. Just kind of like grow up like really fast. And during that time there, I grew a lot of independence for sure.
All right.
That's cool.
So did you see any Beyonce spottings or anything?
No.
Nothing?
You know what's crazy though?
Because everybody in Houston has a story.
Beyonce's dad teaches at my college, at the college that I went to. And so I accidentally walked into his class one day, like in the middle of his class, like just late as fuck, like just walked in.
And
he's like, what are you doing? But he didn't really he didn't give me too much attention, but it was very embarrassing. And then I sat down and I listened to the class. It wasn't my class. I never had him as like a teacher, but
so there you go. You have a Beyonce story.
Kind of, yeah. I met him. So
I feel like
cool.
everybody in Houston does.
Right. Like me and my friends are like, you birthed Beyonce. Literally. So that's cool.
All right. So
also, Destiny's Child was my first concert ever that I went to when I was like 6 years old.
In
Arkansas, in Little Rock.
Wow.
In a high school gym.
Oh wow! What was that like?
It was amazing.
Do you remember?
I literally remember it. Me and my mom went. She won the tickets off the radio.
Was it so clear that Beyonce was the star, or back then
it was literally in a high school gym? I think that's so crazy. Like it was
crazy.
Just like. I remember we were kind of in the back, so we couldn't like but I don't know. That's all I remember. I just remember us like being in the back and it being lit, and it was Destiny's Child.
Wow. They put in their work before they became huge. That's for sure. All right. So speaking of work, I feel like following you, Brianna, you have you appear to me to be completely fearless and have an incredible work ethic. Where do you feel like? Do you agree? Where do you feel like that comes from? I mean, it's. From an outside observer, that's what you project. Is that?
Yeah, I definitely would love being called fearless.
Like the move to New York?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I guess there was like a period. So like whenever I was in Texas, in those 3 years in Houston, I was a waitress. I was making pretty good money. I used to like fly places, like, cause like I said, it's easy there. So I had a cute apartment. I had like a Jeep Liberty. So I wanted a Wrangler, but I got a Liberty. You know, like, so life was like cool. Nice. You know, I was like traveling and I was super young. I was like 21. And then randomly one day, I got fired from my job. So I was like working as this waitress for like 3-4 years. And I like opened that restaurant and all this stuff. They fired me for texting when I really was not even texting. Ugh. And like, I don't know, it just really like hit me hard. Like I was like, because like they fired me on like the 2nd of the month too. Like, so I like needed to pay rent and like, it was just like, and it just made me like, it literally sent like me the hugest sign, because I was just like, this can happen at any job that I have. Like no matter how, like if you have a job, they can just always just take it right away from you when you like are stuck in these situations. So like after that, I was like, I don't want to work for anyone again. And I never really had a job again after that. And I started reading a lot and getting really into like, just like spirituality and like learning about how things work and like universal laws and stuff like that. And I feel like that's kind of when I started to be like super fearless. Like I was always kind of like a rowdy girl that just wanted to do whatever she wanted to do. But like once I started having like that knowledge behind me that was like, you know, if you're a good person and you believe in yourself and like you work hard, you can do whatever you want to do. So I just started being like, let's go. Like, I don't know, I remember someone was like, if you wanted to live in New York, you would just live there. And I literally moved 2 weeks later. Like I was like, I had sold my Jeep Liberty because it had stopped working anyway. So I sold it for like $2,000. Found someone to like lease my apartment. So my lease wasn't even up. And then I just moved.
It was time for you to go. All right, so then you came here and you started your brand.
I lived here for a year. I moved January 9th and I started Matte in August.
Okay.
So I lived here a little bit of time
Not
before.
too long after. You know, just now, and what year was that? That was August of what year?
2013.
Okay, so now the brand is coming up on 5 years old. Is that right?
2014.
Okay.
2014, yeah.
Okay. So coming up on 4 years
Yeah, coming up on 4 years.
All right, so when you think back on everything that goes into the brand, sourcing, design, sales, fulfillment, marketing, distribution, you know, what parts of that formula are a snap for you? Like, what are the aspects of running the company that you feel like are super easy? Yeah.
Definitely, like, I feel like designing. I feel like I don't spend a lot of time on that, right? Like, I just kind of just do it. Like, I have so many things that I want to do, so, like, I don't know. I feel like that comes very easy.
The design part of it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just coming up with ideas of what I want to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's pretty simple. Sometimes I get stuck where I'm like, what should I do? Like, what should the next, like, collection look like, you know? But then once I get into, like, the idea of it, I feel like it's pretty easy. And, like, photo shoots. I love to do photo shoots.
So definitely you're attracted more to the creative side of the business.
Yeah, the creative side of it, yeah.
Do you, like, when it comes to things like fulfillment and supply chain and all that kind of stuff, is that kind of stuff you sort of have other people that you...
Now, yes. So, like, since April last year, I've been working with the fulfillment company, and they fulfill everything, and they handle all the customer service.
Okay.
But before then, I was doing everything by myself.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was crazy.
Intense.
But
that's
so
like
annoying.
24/7.
Yeah. That's like, I definitely have no interest in that whatsoever.
It's going back to that model.
Yeah, I like really like, I definitely want to look at myself as just like a designer and like a creative person and like separate myself from like the e-commerce side of it. Not necessarily just the business side, but just like that e-commerce, like shipping and customer service side. I used to be like mad every day.
Because
customer service, like...
Oh, having to deal with people who are mad.
Like it was like...
Okay.
It was like...
Yeah, that sounds intense. And you probably just could never stop working, right? Were you like putting things in envelopes and stuff? Oh, wow. Wow.
Making it to the post office. I remember one day my friend was like, Brianna, I don't want to see you in a post office again next year. Like, that should be your goal. And I was like, seriously?
Out of the post office.
Like, it was just such a different lifestyle. Sarah knows, my assistant. Oh, look who's here. Adriana Sahar.
Hi, Adriana.
She's a designer. I actually just did I just did a working girl documentary on her. She has a show today. Like, why are you not running around? Oh my gosh, I thought that you would be like doing a million things right now. I just feel bad. You're so funny.
She will be shortly.
Right. Okay.
Is this a doc?
Oh, this is for Snobette.
Yeah, we're interviewing her.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. All right. All right, so when you look back, what was the one piece that you felt like it took off and you're like, okay, I can make a brand out of this?
Well,
was there one piece or was it a series of pieces?
Yeah, I feel like there's like, so there was a piece that I made a lot of money off of first. Whenever, like, it wasn't that long after I started, like I started in August, so I think in like September we put it out. Because when I first started, I worked with like girls that could sew or girls that could make things and like get them to make things for me. And this, one of my friends, Kyra, she made crochet dresses. And we made this like super bomb crochet dress and it sold out in like an hour.
Ooh.
And that was the first time that like anything like that had sold that fast for me. And so after that I was like, okay, there's money that can be made from this, you know? But I would definitely say the short sleeve bodysuit that I made like about a year later whenever I moved to LA and actually started designing myself was a staple that like I really felt like kind of like made Matte like it showed me that like people think of it as kind of a necessity, you know what I mean? Like something that they like really love and want. A lot of people tell me that like, I don't know where I would find this, like, you know what I mean? Or I don't know where I would get this before, so that's cool.
It like established the identity for the brands. Yeah, I could see that. Because the crochet piece, like,
is not,
it's different from
exactly,
what Matt
that's
is
not
today.
Something that I would necessarily design, but it was.
Are you still entirely direct, your model?
Pretty much, but I do have one retailer now.
Oh, you do?
Dolls Kill. It's an online retailer.
Okay. Oh, that's not a small retailer.
Yeah, they sell a lot.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Do you want to get any bigger than that?
Yes,
Oh,
I want
do?
a lot of retailers. Like that's like my goal, especially for this year.
So build wholesale this year.
Exactly.
All right. And has, you know, I mean, I have to say, Brianna, you're not afraid to take things on, because I'm sure you know that working with Dolls Kill introduces you to a whole new world of problems that didn't exist before.
Right, exactly.
But you're kind of like, whatever, right?
I like to cross the bridge when I get to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, like so far it's been really smooth with them.
Okay.
Everything like sold very quickly on their site. They already placed another order. So I feel like it's cool, but it is very tricky. Like I did take it a lot more seriously because like, I feel like that's like, and now I feel as if it's a very real brand, you know, like it's like someone can walk into a store and buy it, or like they're buying it off another website. So it's like, I feel like the packaging, I want it to be perfect, and the tagging and all of that stuff.
And plus, yeah, I mean, it you know, it has to sell, right? You know,
exactly, yeah.
So it's a different level of responsibility. All right, so at this point, how big would you say your staff is, if you include like all the various and sundry entities, like accounting, fulfillment, assistants?
So right now, I just have my fulfillment company, and they fulfill all the orders, and they do my customer service, and then I have Sarah, my assistant, and that's it, and me.
Okay.
And then I like freelance graphic designers when I need them, and then I'm looking into hiring an accountant.
Okay. So you're still working 7 days a week, I guess, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, with the fulfillment center handling all of that and customer service, I feel like right now I have a lot more time on my hands, and I'm able to like be more creative. I really have a lot of time on my hands. Like,
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
so
nice.
That's so cool.
What do you feel like? You're a CEO. What is your role? Like, what's your?
I feel like it's just making sure like that I'm pushing forward and like setting new goals and like reaching higher. Like I feel like that's what I think about. Like, how can I create sales? How can I make the brand seem cooler? Like, what should be next? Who should be in it? What should my plans be? Like, the fact that I'm doing a pop-up shop in New York, that has been a goal for me for so long. I feel like it's a big deal. We already have 500 RSVPs. Like,
oh, that's amazing.
I'm so excited.
That is awesome.
And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that is like brand solidifying. And so that's the type of stuff that I want to do. I feel like those are the kind of decisions I have to make. But
so raising the profile of the brand for sure.
Yeah, and like just keeping it up, especially, and then designing. I have to do that. I have to like.
So focusing on the creativity, the stuff that you feel like brought you to the table in the first place.